Uh,
That's always a banger.
That was the funk of Graveyard Railroad.
Welcome to episode 5 of Folking Wyrd. I'm happy to announce that I believe we have a lot of the bugs worked out, hopefully, of the video that we've been having.
BUGS.
How are you guys tonight?
Perfectly fine. I got to see the cocaine bear today.
You get to what?
I got to see the taxidermy cocaine bear.
Really?
It's not as big as what you thought it was, is it?
Anything. Yeah, I can fight it.
I saw it and I got an official cocaine bear sticker, but I was also disappointed at how small the cocaine bear was.
Yeah,
really? So it's like what, a 200-pound bear or something?
Yeah, they act like it's a monster, like in the movies.
Yeah,
I mean it's still a bear. It probably weighs 400 pounds, but it's small.
But like a
totally went silent. Muted.
Yeah, you muted.
It looks like it's just going to be us. Even better. Even better. I'm really stoked about it. We got rid of that fool.
He's got the videos. I just have to hold it up on my phone.
But no, I mean, it's just a brown bear. A little not a very big brown bear.
Yeah, brown bears supposed to get big.
This one would have probably been about 400 pounds, 450 or something like that.
Yeah.
I could have whipped its ass for sure. On cocaine.
Put Daniel Boone on that one.
Yeah. Beat it to death. Hell, he's back. Can't hear you though.
No.
There you are.
Yeah, there you are.
Hey, Mike. Mike says
Hey,
is Folking here.
Mike, you've always fucking been here, buddy.
So I would say, like, if I was to compare it to a dog, it was probably as big as a Russian Mastiff.
It's bigger than that.
No, it wasn't.
Have
you ever seen a Russian Mastiff? They're massive.
Big.
If it's on back legs, it'd probably been like 6'6", 6'7".
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope Mandy believes your measurements. That's all I got to say.
I got up there and reached under it and grabbed his belly.
Oh man. So let me see. Oh man, Mike, have you seen there's been recent videos going viral of those Irish wolfhounds. And there's this guy's sitting in a love seat, and the dog is wider than the love seat, and it's like just leaning back on him.
Yeah, I can kick the dog's ass.
Hey, Landa.
Hey, Landa.
I'm glad to see you're back from your Arabian Prince. we heard you got hijacked last night.
Yeah. The Irish wolfhound, man. Those are also impressive looking dogs. I don't think I'd want one just because they're so big and it'd be expensive to feed one.
Yeah. Well, Cecil, do you want to just start off with the petroglyph?
Yeah, have you got the videos pulled up?
I do, and I'm trying to figure out. Let me see how to play them.
You just play them on YouTube and full screen it and share your screen. That should eliminate any glitches. May have resolved the glitch.
Yep, I think so. Okay. Let me share here and we'll jump right in.
Well, let's just get right into it then.
Let me know when you can see my screen.
I can see it. Now the story of this right here, this is a rock that fell on Route 66 and they say it's the Redbird Rock, but it fell in like kind of between Oneida and Redbird and Clay County, Kentucky.
You want me to read the sign?
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah.
I can't read it. I'm not got my spectacles on.
So the sign says that this is the famous redbird petroglyph known since pioneer days and enrolled on the National Register of Historic Sites. On December 7th, 1994, this historic stone fell from a sandstone cliff and rolled onto Highway 66 on Lower Redbird. On December 9th, 1994, it was transported here and set up in its new home. At least 8 Old World alphabets are engraved on it. These alphabets were extinct when Columbus arrived in the New World in 1492. The alphabets are first century Greek and Hebrew, Old Libyan, Old Arabic, and Iberian Punic, which probably dates back from the 9th century BC. Ogham Germanic runes, and I can't read, maybe Tibetan, Numidian are also on this stone. Of all the hundreds of important something and published inscriptions in the USA, this is the first one to have been given official protection. Clay County and the city of Manchester have granted protection to this stone. In doing so, they have obtained a good name and public esteem worldwide.
And look how well protected it is. I'm literally right on. It's in a gazebo. My wife wanted to take one of the rocks that had fell off of it, and I was like, "Let's not do that. Let's just go where it fell off the fucking cliff and get a rock." Like,
well, obviously you know about Bell Witch Cave, but you know that big mountain that's called Uluru,
yeah,
in Australia. People will often take the red stones from that mountain and end up having to ship them back because such bad curses happen to them.
That happens in in Egypt when people grab stuff from like the pyramids and stuff. Like they have to send it back.
Mike said he can't see the screen. Oh. Every time. He literally gets me every time.
Yeah. With that right there, that's really interesting, because to me that kind of ties into where all that copper may have gone missing from Michigan. Nobody's ever fully explained where all that copper went to, and there's some who believe that it was more than likely the Phoenicians, which the Phoenician alphabet would have been very similar to Hebrew. It was also a Semitic alphabet. So
I think it's weird that Kentucky's inland.
Yes.
Like, why would somebody who knew first century alphabet that was extinct by the time America was discovered?
Yeah.
Why would there be that here? Like, it's weird.
Well, 800 BC, and we're talking about Germanic runes. We're talking about Arabic.
Yep.
So, I mean, this is just really a big. And it's funny that we never even talked about this when we lived here.
No.
Yeah.
Like, nobody locally talks about this stone.
Mm-hmm.
But this literally creates a big gap in public history. You know what I mean?
Because the languages that are on there, those every language you mentioned, well, except for the Germanic, which its origins are probably all the European languages are Indo-European language, even Sanskrit. So with that right there, I mean that completely ties into the people from the Middle East coming to America. Probably 2,000 years before Columbus did?
Mm-hmm. For sure. And, it's like we always say, like, there was definitely architecture all over America that existed. Mm-hmm. That's why the cities are founded, right?
Yes.
Like they found them in a lot of cases, which is why some architecture looks the same, and newer architecture doesn't look anything like traditional architecture.
No, not even close. Nobody could afford to do it now.
So let's take a look at the actual.
Yep, here's the video.
Yeah,
it's really short. I mean, it's not a big rock.
Let me make sure I got my. Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
Okay. Well, that's not good.
What the hell, Tully?
I don't know what's going on, dude.
Oh, man.
You want to see if you can take the screen?
Yeah, let me.
There we go. It's going now.
Is it smooth?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Right there's the carvings. Now, when I was a teenager, I was like, oh, somebody got drunk and did that. Like for the longest time, they didn't know what the languages were.
Yep.
And it took a long time for somebody to come over and be like, oh, this is this, this is this, this is this, this is that, and this is that with a wiffle ball bat. But let me pull it up because it seems
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. My internet's fine.
Oh no. I gotta get on the proper channel.
Yeah, right there. That looks like a tav, a letter, which would be a tav right there.
There's like, so it looks like they've marked some of these so you can see them better, but you can see other writing that isn't marked in here too.
Did you say that Ogham was part of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. The lines right there in between where the white chalk is. That kind of looks like some Ogham because they used straight lines and made short marks for straight lines is what Ogham was.
Let's see if I can get this.
And that right there tied back to I think Ireland.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get this bad mofo to jam on with us here.
Here we go. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
I forgot that I was being dramatic with the camera.
Was there any waterways around where that rock was at?
It was on a mountain.
It was right next, and the mountain range is right next to the river.
Okay. That's what I was wondering about.
Just when I thought it was over, they found
Because
bodies out the mouth of the river.
if somebody's really interested in it, somebody should compare the Phoenician ships to Viking ships.
Yeah. Now this one right here,
a low draft ship.
This one right here was really intricate.
So Mike said it kind of stands the reason that the Vikings got all the way to Iceland and Greenland that they would have made it to America.
Oh yeah.
Any state that had ships could have gotten lost and ended up in America. Yeah.
Yes.
And absolutely, Mike, with going against Maine history is full of challenges.
Yeah. And
yes.
Right here, they actually have some of the stuff figured out here.
Here, let me pause there and let me see if I can I'll try to get to the same place on mine. See if I can read that sign.
Yeah. Well, to Mac, to go along with that, in South America, there's actually an engraving. Oh man, if I can find it again someday, I'll share it. I'll send it to Telly. Maybe he can show it sometime. So the Phoenicians who got blown off course, they were trying to go to the southern part of Africa. They got blown off course and they wound up in South America. And they wrote an inscription, dedicated it to their god Baal.
Oh,
yes,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So this right here, this symbol right here, they're saying that's first century Christian monogram in Hebrew and Greek letters, and it's a Christian rock, the temple cornerstone. Is basically what that is. This right here, that was one of the things drawn on there. I can't read the rest of this.
The one in the top right is an Ogham rebus. In the Gaelic language, it means the right hand of God. The middle is a sun disk, an inscription to Ra, the Egyptian sun god, carved here by Nile mariners.
Yeah.
Bottom left is Iberian Punic. Next one is Libyan style of Tunisia and Numidia.
Are all these RA?
Yeah, it's all different writings of Ra.
Ra. You think
Yeah, Ra.
you think cheerleaders did this? Raw,
South Semitic is the next to the last, and then the sun disk at the end is this also the symbol of Ra.
Yeah. See, there's a lot of Egyptian connections here in America that have been covered up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ra was their chief deity. There was a time whenever the pharaoh that sat on the throne was considered to be Ra, the sun god. So that was that's how that was.
Yeah, and I don't even think, Mike, that the people, I mean, yeah, these petroglyphs may be old, but I don't think that the people that lived in America were only nomads. Like, I think there was a whole civilization here before.
Oh yeah, I do too.
I too. Spread all across the world.
Yep.
I had an afterthought when I was uploading this stuff, Cecil. Next time, I'll just combine the videos and then upload them.
Yeah.
But if you want to hit that first Immaculate Conception Church next.
All right. Let me go ahead and end this.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'll talk a little bit about the place that we're going to be looking at next. So we went to a church. It's a super old Catholic church called the Immaculate Conception Church, or Stepstone Church, in Butler, Kentucky. It dates back to 1860, and it was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1987. Legends say that 4 female spirits haunt this place because they were hung on a cross in the loft in the church. And witnesses say, I guess they were maybe allegedly witches. And witnesses said that when they were hung, that the church caught on fire. So witnesses today have reported hearing crying, laughing, and have spotted shadows flying around. One of the accounts here, this is from March of this year. My friends and I went here. We all got out and started looking around. We were all getting a weird vibe from the moment we turned onto the street. After looking around for a couple minutes, we all heard the exact same noise and sprinted to the car. When we got to the car, we noticed, we noticed reflecting lights. We decided we were going to leave, and as we were pulling away, we shined our flashlights behind the church and noticed eyes reflecting from flashlights. We went to put it in reverse again, and when we noticed people on a hill holding crosses, we dipped out of there so fast. And the next one's,
they scratched and peeled.
The next one says, before reading this, my grandma told me about this place and said that devil worshipers would come here every night. Well, last night, August 7th, 2019, at 3 a.m., me and my friends came here and pulled in. Before we got out of the car, we heard people talking. One of my friends gets out of the car and sees a black shadow in the back of the church. He runs all the way back. We suddenly hear sticks break and look over to see 2 black figures walking up the stairs of the building of the church, which made us feel super heavy chested because we could hardly believe what we were seeing. We flew out of there the whole way back because we were scared to death that something wanted us to go back.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I will say that this place does not pass the vibe check. It was kind of a heavy feeling here. But yeah, if you want to hit it, we can walk through. You can tell this is a super old rock wall here.
Yeah.
That looks like it was built last year. It's so crazy that Butler looks so much like Clay County.
Yeah, this wasn't even a one-way road. It was like it was tiny, tiny.
Kind of like more like a walking trail than a road.
Yeah,
It looks like Crane Creek.
it did look like Crane Creek. I don't know if the gate's opened or not.
You can go up in there.
No, and if you look to the right there, somebody is actually living in an RV too. So I was afraid they were going to come out.
Blasting.
Yeah. So I was trying to be quiet.
Well, I mean, they're probably in there cooking up something, so you shouldn't worry about it too much.
So this, if you look at that little shed, that's the original outhouse. Come to find out.
Yeah. You should have went down there and pointed down in that little hole.
Which hole?
Oh, I tell you what, in old outhouses, you can find some pretty crazy stuff down in them besides birds.
So they're working on the foundation of this church. You can see these big beams they've got running through the bottom of the church right now. They're doing construction.
And Tully's going to go over here and steal some equipment.
Yep. I needed a new concrete mixer.
Yeah. So they're just trying to level the church there.
Yeah, I think so. Just where it's so old. Someone was saying it might have been supported just by old big logs before.
Yeah. Termites probably got at it. Huh.
That's an old well that I'll point out here in a minute. But it's weird because the graveyard here was very strange. You'll see as we go up through here, but tons of broken graves. And a super creepy Jesus too. There is a very creepy Jesus on the mountain.
What's that say?
It wasn't legible.
Nice view of the ground. Oh, Marvin, thank you for your service, sir.
Yes.
I always try to hit the vets if I can.
Broken windows. No, that's just half tinted.
Oh, go hang on, pause there for a second. You didn't realize what that was. It right in the window. What looks like something in the window there.
Yeah.
That's stairs.
Oh.
Okay.
That's stairs right next to the window that goes up.
Huh.
I thought that was weird.
That's
yeah.
very peculiar. Huh.
And then there's the old well.
You should crack that open. Huh.
So is that a piece of metal or is that a rock that's round?
That was a big flat rock.
Laying on
Really?
top. Yeah.
So some of these were new, like the ones, I mean, not all of them down at the bottom were new, but some of them, and forgive me for some of the camera shakiness, because once we get up on this mountain, it was a very, very steep grade, like fall and tumble down the mountain grade.
Ooh.
Is this the one that Rachel had posted pictures of?
Probably. Did you see something behind the church right then?
Can you go back?
Maybe it was just the camera. Mike said that he's having trouble commenting on Facebook.
It's because we've broke.
Maybe that was just something like right there in between the crack where the retaining wall is. I think it was just the way the camera was moving.
It's because we was talking about real history.
Oh, Lynn joined.
They're probably trying to block us because they think we're stealing something. But
pause it for a second. So this is at Immaculate Conception Church, and it's in the middle of nowhere in Butler, and it's supposed to be super haunted, infested with Luciferian devil worshippers that come out of the mountains at night and 4 witches were hung here. Church exploded in flames when that happened. And now people hear ghosts and see figures all the time.
It sounds like a standard Tuesday night to me. Woo!
I got you, Mike. Butler, Kentucky. It's actually not too far away from the AA.
AA.
So this one's an old one. 1881.
Yeah.
You can see that one's leaning. That one's broke.
Huh. We don't think it's just standard aging, or
no. Wait until you see some of these. Like there's literally a pile of graves up here, where it looks like somebody just pitched them all in a pile. I also thought it was weird how like spotty the graves were here. There wasn't really like a scheme that they were going for with burial plots.
Ugh.
And that honestly, I know it's a little dreary out, but there really was like a dreadful feeling in this place. Not good vibes.
Not peaceful.
It did not feel peaceful. No.
Maybe it's the feng shui. Way.
Like there's a grave that's fell over right next to this one.
They were young.
Oh man.
Mike said maybe there was a tornado that came through here at some point. That's a good point, Mike.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Yeah, Kentucky had a pretty bad tornado today, didn't it? So
yeah, it's headed this way too.
Really?
Yeah.
I know it's hard to tell how steep this grade is, but every time I turn back toward the church, you'll see
what is that right there?
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell whether it's a bunch of rocks that were mortared together.
Yeah.
Huh. I thought that was weird, but the thing to the left looks like a base to a grave.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crooked.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's really steep, I say that people have a hard time catching their footing when they're placing this stuff.
Well, I mean, the base is level, though. Like, the base is level on some of these, but the stone was crooked.
Huh.
Yeah. And look at that. Is it? I guess the tree is pushing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to get a lot of shots of the woods because people say there's people in black cloaks walking around with crosses in the woods.
That's a good way to get yeeted.
Yeah.
So do people believe that those are simply apparitions, or they think they're real people walking around in cloaks?
They think they're real people, but that last account said that. Huh?
That one's sliding right off.
Isn't that strange?
Yes.
I mean, keep in mind that even though we're on a plane, the base stones are level or like plumb.
Yeah.
That one fell over. There was some kind of, I couldn't tell what this was. It almost looked like walnuts, like a pile of walnut shells that somebody put on that grave.
Squirrels.
Yeah.
Well,
Mike said that maybe the Luciferians are breaking the tombstones to irritate and raise spirits.
I mean, anything's as possible as anything else.
Look
really.
how close those are.
Yeah, they're really close.
That's
1820 on that one. That one's one of the older ones.
They must be good friends. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree, Landa. It is very odd.
There's a rock wall up there.
Yeah, I go up there. It's weird that there was just one little wall like that. I thought piece of a grave against that one. There's literally, I think coming up, there's just a pile of stones too.
I mean,
I see it up at the top. That one's
yeah. Sometimes
in 3 pieces.
Sometimes when they replace old stones, though, they just kind of chuck them over the hill too. You know, like
I mean, the base. I don't think that was this.
Oh no, not that one right there. Of course not. But I mean, like the pile. Huh. Why are there so many broke? That's crazy. There are extraordinary amount of broken ones here. That's weird.
That one's in shambles. That one's in like
Yeah.
18 pieces.
Huh.
Yeah.
Look at that. All those are broke. I would lay credence to the tornado theory, but there's some that's not touched at all too, and they're side by side. Which I mean, tornadoes are
Yeah.
weird like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mike, I could read some of the last names. And I didn't zoom in on a ton of them just because this was a super, super steep grade that we were on. So I was almost like camera in one hand and my other hand was on the mountain like we were getting up here.
Like, I've been to a lot of old graveyards that's unkept and stuff, and I've never seen anything like this to where they're all broke. I mean, this is not an unkept graveyard.
Yeah.
It's not. No, it's mowed and weed eated. Look at all those broken stones. Like they're just everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then this one.
Then you got a thin one that's just perfectly fine.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense.
Huh.
I think that was Streamer, the last name, Mike, for that one at the top. And then you got Weird Rock Wall here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is sad, Landa. And I think that's part of the reason why this place, it really did feel like despair.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, Mike. Mike said that if someone was taking care of it, you would think somebody would bring some kind of epoxy or something to repair them. And in some of the other graveyards that we've been in, there's definitely been repairs that people make to graves. And pause it for a second. I forgot this part. One of the world's leading exorcists, is from Cincinnati, and he went to Italy and Rome and all of that to do the training, and was over there for a long time. I forget his name. I'll have to ask one of our friends that are Catholic what the name is, but when he moved back to Cincinnati, he has his own parish. But so he got put in charge of his parish as like the lead person, but he also is the only person with a key to this church.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm trying to see something.
What are you trying to see?
Yeah. I guess it's nothing. I like it better on YouTube because we can slow it down.
Yeah. Mike asked if the Catholic Church still owns it. Yes, they do, Mike. And believe it or not, they still have services at this church sometimes. It's not like a full every Sunday type of thing, but they do still have special gatherings. And like I said, the dude who holds the key to it is like a world-renowned exorcist. I don't know whether that was gravestones or just rocks that somebody put up against that wall.
It looked like there was some barbed wire behind it.
Yeah,
there was.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a big roll of barbed wire actually.
That's
now I'm actually in a place where I can walk a little bit.
Oh, that's pretty cool looking. Look at that.
Yeah, this one looks brand new. Like this stone is old, but look how new this stone looks compared to the other ones.
Yeah, somebody's cleaned that one.
More broken ones over here.
Twisted. Look at That's weird that they're twisted and like kind of sliding off balance and stuff to me.
Diddleberger was the last name
Yeah.
on that one.
It's pretty dope last name, really. Like look at the base of this one. This one's like turned. And those right there weigh like 200 or 300 pounds. They're heavy.
Len, the church is the Immaculate Conception Church in Butler, Kentucky.
That right there gives you a little more perspective when you're looking down on top of the church and the top of the hill.
Now look how new that looks to be 1828.
Yeah.
1909.
Like look how easy you can read that though. That's like that's like polished granite compared to the other ones.
Yep. Now there are people that started businesses now. There's somebody driving around here that does tombstone cleaning. So maybe like somebody in the family had them do it or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But the cross fell off the top.
Yeah. Huh. Because if you look at it, it looks like it probably was at one time pretty decrepit.
There were I don't know if you noticed that was a child. There were a few children here too. Like I don't want to say more than normal, but
not at 25. The amount of broken stones is kind of throwing me off. That's kind
there's no rhyme or reason to it really. Like unless somebody just came through here with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, I bet that's what that is. Those ones that look newer. Because if you look at this one, the way that it's messed up, if somebody was to clean that, it'd probably have all those etchings and stuff like those other ones did.
Yeah. But you know, like when you were at Devil's Creek,
yeah,
that stuff is actually weathered away. Like unless they're retooling the letters.
That's what it looked like. It looked like they retooled them a little bit.
So here's some more shots of the woods.
Yeah. So it looks like private land surrounding the cemetery and the church.
I think it was, yeah.
The church is probably private land. If we're being honest.
Yeah.
You know, Mike, that's a good point. Mike said back in the 1800s, people had a lot of children because they needed farm help.
Yeah.
So lots of children died at a young age. And I'll say that I went to one in Harlan, Kentucky, Mike. Me and Cecil have seen it. And I'm planning on getting back out there when there's no like growth because it does not get mowed very often. And there's just an astronomical amount of children.
Are you sure that the bases are level? Because I mean, there's so many that's sliding off.
I'm sure. I would take you here, but I'm telling you, dude, like my legs, I don't know if my leg lease could take it again. Like it was a haul.
I ain't scared. I ain't scared of a little hard work.
I do dip back down around the church if you want to see, like if you want to hit the second one and kind of speed it along. I go back down the hill. We look at creepy Jesus, and then we do a once around the church.
Ugh. I just burped a little, and I think I threw up a little bit in my mouth. You ever done that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nasty.
No.
There we go. Huh. I mean, I'm glad to see that those little tombstones are everywhere. The ones with the little sheep on them.
Yeah.
Some synchronicity. Okay, yeah, that's crazy. What in the world?
You know,
I didn't explain that.
I didn't get any EMF hits. Like no audible hits. I did see it go up to like 0.01 a couple times.
That's the creepiest damn Jesus I've seen in any graveyard ever. Why wouldn't they clean that? Like,
Don't know, dude. Why is the Exorcist the the parish head?
wow, that should be on a metal album cover.
Yeah,
that's insane. It looked like he was covered in blood.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Landa said that was too much information about the burp, Cecil. And Mike. Mike said so too.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I have no. I can't think. I can't filter stuff when I'm on here. Let's see.
So yeah, you can see like there's definitely smaller tombstones that are as old or older that have not fell over.
Yep. That one, that's wild right there.
It just slid straight off. I can't help but think maybe it's just a little off.
Pause it. You can tell the right side is into the mountain. Like that's plumb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not slanted. Like it's propped.
Well, that's plumb crazy.
It is plumb crazy.
Yeah.
But I would really love to take a level there because it might just be off just a little bit, and over the years, like water or something's got under it and drug them off or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, another thing is I don't know if that 2-foot fall is going to break it into 5 pieces.
True.
Right.
I'm just more concerned about how they're all sliding. Like even that one's sliding off. Like,
yeah, it is. It really makes you wonder if that's occurring naturally or if
they're not all. Yeah. Mike said that he thinks could be vandalism going out there for cheap thrills or teenagers getting drunk.
Yeah, I mean that's just as likely as anything. But we used to get drunk and go to graveyards, and we never did anything like that. Like, why would people do stuff like that?
That one's halfway.
People do crazier shit though. So.
Oh yeah.
Landa said that the whole thing should sink on one side, not just the top piece. I agree, Landa.
Yeah.
Because it still looks like some of that stuff's plumb.
Oh.
1993.
Thank you, sir.
Lynn says that she believes the Catholics are one of the few that show Jesus actually dead on the cross. That makes it creepier.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the way that he was tortured by the Roman soldiers. It was he was not in good shape by the time they put him on the cross.
Would you see something?
What is that by the
right here? Was that what you see, Steven?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Was there something moving?
No.
Are we looking behind the porta?
Could have been a shadow. No,
Yeah.
It's hard to say. We don't have enhance like they do in the TVs.
Right.
Enhance.
So I wanted to go. There's like a weird knot door back here.
That seems like a good place to get robbed.
Do you know? Is that the same thing as the Spear of Destiny?
I don't know. Spear of
Longinus.
Did you see that knot door? Like the door that was the same texture as the side? And I thought that was weird.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I think the people who have family here are the ones restoring this place.
Yeah.
Yep.
No EMFs.
No EMFs. I got a little bitty blip on an EMF, and it didn't even make a noise. So, but even though no EMF, this place is very dreadful. I think the last thing I do here, because I just wanted to check and make sure the door wasn't open, because I would have totally went in here.
Nothing better than breaking and entering.
It ain't B&E if it's an open church, dude.
That's true. That's true. Well, I mean, technically the church door shouldn't be locked, so you should just kicked it in. Right? I don't think they lock Liberty or nothing. the most steps. Oh, why did I not know that? The name didn't ring a bell.
Look at that doorknob.
That looks like the doorknob on my house I grew up in Manchester. They literally use a skeleton key, by the way. Did you notice that?
Well, and I don't know if you noticed, these stairs have no support. And the whole time I'm walking up them, they're like shaking. I'm like, I'm about to fall 7 feet here.
You say that they have services here?
Not every Sunday, but yes, they do.
When in the world was the skeleton key phased out? Like, I feel like that's been a while.
Yeah.
What band? Do you know what band she's talking about?
Yeah, the Easy Motherfuckers from the 90s. No, I have no idea.
The church was built in 1860. I'm sure they were still using skeleton keys back then. They probably didn't have Siri or Alexa to unlock your deadbolt for you.
That's stupid, man. But that's a really, like, even watching that, you can kind of get an eerie feel. Like, out of all the ones we've seen so much, out of the ones we've seen so far, like, that's the one that gives me a weird feeling just even watching it. But I think it was because of that Jesus.
Mm-hmm. I took and
all the broken stones.
I guess we've got time for at least like half of this next one. I went out today because I didn't know like how close we would be to the time. So I went back the graveyard that I showed you guys, the one with the mysterious lots that I was at on the edge of dark where we really couldn't see the graves and stuff. I went back just to get some footage of the actual graves, and I did catch some very crazy graves. But I took a new app, a new Spirit Box app, and it doesn't, like, you know how Spirit Boxes traditionally are like, it doesn't do any of that. It only says stuff when the voices come through. And there, I did get some weird words popping up and some names.
Were you able to record what it was saying?
I did, but I also show my phone because I know that we can't play it with audio because we're talking.
Did I get a shout out?
What?
Did I get a shout out?
Nobody said Cecil. They said Dan. They said Dan and Mammy.
That's my grandma's name. Man.
There was
Dan
a couple,
was my grandpa's cousin.
There was a couple other names, I think. Actually, I've got my phone right here. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I like that view right there.
It's crazy. Yeah.
All dead.
So we got
umbrella. Real rebel.
some of the weird voices that I got. Camera was one of the ones. Obviously, I'm holding a camera.
Really?
Walk was one of the ones.
That's Pantera.
Mammy, Don, Jackie, Gone, and the weirdest one. I told you this place is known for lots.
Is that a statue?
Where?
Right here.
I don't know, Cecil. I go over that way. Like we're over there.
That has to be a statue.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, statue.
Yeah. You didn't see the woman again, dressed in black, walking away again.
No, just a woman playing with her dog in the graveyard.
Really?
Yeah, I tried not to get her on camera. There's a woman out there. She was driving a RAV4, so I know she was real. So
Yeah.
this is the tree stone that we saw the last time that I couldn't get a good shot
Yeah.
of because it was too dark.
Just because they're in a RAV4 totally doesn't mean they're not a ghostesses. Because I mean, there's ghost cars like the haunted hearse in Louisville. You should have asked her.
So
The haunted hearse.
Yeah.
the weirdest stone, or the weirdest comment rather that I got while we were in this graveyard, it said lots, and this graveyard's known for like these dead lots at night. But yeah, I do find some really cool stones this go around. It's starting to rain. There's going to be some dead points, Cecil, because I have to stop and like clean the lens off because it's pouring rain. I know you can't tell in the footage. It just keeps getting worse and worse.
Looks like it's sprinkling. Oh, dude. You remember the guy that the story of the Somerset guy that choked his wife to death with a chain?
Yeah.
In his chain tombstone? Look at that.
Oh.
That's a Freemason symbol.
Yeah. Huh.
That's the OG Freemason symbol.
So that guy must have been a Freemason or something, because they said that chain link kept showing up on his tombstone. Huh. Neat.
Yeah, we definitely get some, like, there were older graves than what I was expecting. Landa said that was a cool grave. I guess she's talking about the tree one. There's another tree one, Landa, too. But there's some really, really unique tombstones in this graveyard. And again, if you remember, this graveyard is full of nonsensical grave patterns like this, where you've got a tombstone that literally butts up against another one.
Okay, so that right there was kind of like a bas relief.
Like, look at that marker. That's a name.
That's raised letters on that, isn't it?
Yeah. Which is older than the tooled letters.
Yeah.
Neat. Mm-hmm.
It's old scattered with new all the way throughout. There's a musician in here, though, Cecil.
Now, what is that to the left of the tree back there?
I think that's a house. Is that a house?
Is that a porch light?
I don't know. You can put it back a little bit. I didn't notice this in person.
Oh, what?
It does look like a lot, don't it?
It is a lot.
I feel like I would have noticed that. I didn't even notice a house back there, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Let's use this fine technology we have here and get a little closer inspection.
Zoom in, see if that's a porch light or
maybe that is the mysterious light. I mean, who knows? Landa said
that's definitely a lot.
Dude, I would have totally noticed that. I don't even know if there was a house back there. I keep going back there into the corner, so we'll see in a minute.
Oh.
Okay.
All right
then.
Whoa, the camera cut out.
I'm gonna let Stephen or Cecil take that one, Lynn.
With Freemasons, basically, what I've been told from a Freemason is they want good to overcome evil. Is the really simple thing to it. But I'm not a Mason. I do have friends that are, and my grandfather was actually a Mason. We still have his ring somewhere at mom and dad's house, but they have a lot of rituals and they have a lot of different things that they go through.
The light's gone.
Oh, it is.
This is where it was at.
So we get closer. Just keep going. We get closer. I don't even know if that's a house.
What is that?
So yeah, but there's some strange. There are some terrifying things that are been put out, by Albert Pike and things like that. talking about future wars and
Yeah.
other stuff. It's there's really a lot to dig into with the Masons. It's a very old.
It's funny you say that. Albert Pike is part of the reason that I wanted to separate. There's another Freemason, that chain link that you were talking about, Cecil. Albert Pike's one of the reasons I wanted to separate TikTok.
Yep.
Because I know that could get the channel just completely taken down.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a TikTok like ready to go, about all that.
Well, it sounds like the storm is here.
Oh, do you have a siren that you can hear if it goes? Are you close enough to town to hear a siren?
The only thing I can hear is screams.
Mike, it's called OV Box. Oscar Victor BOX. Oh. Well, I mean, that tracks, Lynn. Freemasons are usually well-to-do, all of them.
Yeah.
They take care of each other in local societal affairs.
Yep. And a large, a really high percentage of the founding fathers of America were all Freemasons.
Wow.
I hope I pan back up. It was like dumping here. So I was like,
on my tombstone, I want to say person with a question mark. What do you think about that?
So I mean, there's like a pretty big gambit here. You can tell like it's going from like 1820s to people who have recently passed.
Yeah, that right there looks really, really recent. Polished.
Well, I will hang out with y'all as long as weather permits.
Well, yeah. If you go down, we're just done.
Yeah. Sounds pretty rough. And I'm sitting on Tornado Hill, so
what?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I had to.
That wasn't Jesus.
Who?
I think it may have been like of the person.
Oh.
I try to get, like I said, I always try, like anytime I see a serviceman or woman, I always try to capture.
Mm.
I will, Lynn.
Oh.
I'm afraid I don't think this might be it. There's no house.
There was no that.
There's no house there. I was hoping I pointed back in that way.
What in the hell was that? Then that was a pretty significant light.
See if you can pause it.
Stop.
That's like an opening. Like it's just an opening. Like it's through the woods.
And on that spirit box, it told you light.
It said the spirit box said lots.
Well,
that's wild. I would have totally noticed that. There's no houses around in this place.
Well,
oh man,
that's wild. Yeah, there's nothing back there. That's where they cut out the tree line for the power lines.
Yeah.
So I mean, power lines though, I don't know.
Maybe.
But
it wasn't that high up.
I had never seen a service person stone like that. That was a marble. I think it was like a World War I vet stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. My grandfather actually served in World War One.
You know, my great grandfather did. He got shot in the leg. He may have shot himself in the leg. Who knows?
Yeah, my grandfather, he served in the Navy during World War One. So.
I might have to dip out.
Get pretty rough.
It sounds rough out there. But nah. I'm gonna ride it to the end, baby. Get my lasso and ride that motherfucker.
You're stupid.
If we see guitars start flying off your wall, we'll know you stayed too long.
I'm getting close, I think, to the musician that I was talking about. These are definitely newer graves, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But beloved son.
When we get to this musician, you're gonna have to stop and pull up some music and see if we can listen to it.
My dog's right here shaking.
Oh.
Dude, my dogs hate storms.
Yeah.
Hate storms. So, question. Are those little circles in the ground cremains? Do you guys know? Like those little metal circles?
I don't know.
They could be. You're talking about the ones in the ground, right?
Yeah, like I take a better video of one later in this video, but it's like a metal circle in the ground. I don't know whether it's for flowers or cremains.
Yeah.
There's a 50-year Freemason.
Wow.
50 years. Yep. Had the so that one was a doctor. You saw the pole with the two snakes.
Yep.
Hermes, the god of the
So is it Lynn's
monetary
saying
gain.
that it's for flowers, but it's like closed off? Is it like a plug or something? I don't understand.
It really makes you wonder, if they had for cremation,
Oops.
if they that's what that was for, is for the urn. I know with my father, we buried his.
You would think. There it is.
There you
Cecil.
go. Who is this?
That's Monty.
Monty.
You would think after 50 years they would be, Mike.
Marvin Russell Monty. Let me read the weather real quick here. I've never heard of this guy. I wonder why he played. Musician.
Well, he passed, it looks like in 1970, so I'm expecting some classics.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find him. Monty.
Yeah. Wonder if he would have been part of the bop music. It's a bebop or whatever it was back then.
Monty. Mon. Is that I-I-O-N?
I think it's Monohon. Monahan or Monahan.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, this isn't cool. It says, I don't know if this is about him, but it literally says rapist and serial killer of 5 teens here.
Oh God!
Person that pulls up when I search his name. I don't think it's him though. I can't find any music of him. He might have been like a local celebrity or something.
Skip it a little bit. I think I'm just strolling through here. I'm trying to get to the other part that we haven't seen yet. All right, let it ride from there. Let's just see. I'm getting to the cool graves. There's graves that you're about to see that are definitely not like anything you've ever seen before. Yeah, maybe Landa. I did not know that, Mike, but I'm also
Really?
not a baseball person.
$700 million
That's a lot of money.
for 1 decade of baseball.
Go ahead and hit the second video, Cecil.
All right. Do you guys mind if we take a little break for a second?
No, do what you need to do. We'll riff on something.
All right. I have to urinate.
Okay, so while Cecil goes to evacuate his bladder and look at the clouds outside to see whether or not there's a funnel cloud about to take his house out. Oh man!
Mike said the dude's going to be making $3,000 a minute.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, here's the thing. Like, it's definitely bread and circuses, right? Like, why aren't they paying people who are saving people's lives $700 million a year?
Exactly.
You know, or like that's just a riffing example. Like, why aren't they paying people who are doing some kind of life-saving, crazy research $700 million a year?
Yeah, that's the thing I don't understand. You know, it's just like the military. We have people in the service, and they're having to get government assistance so that they can have housing and food to eat. But we're going to give a baseball player $700 million for a decade.
I mean, people who are putting their life on the line for stuff should definitely be making a livable wage. Like,
yes,
a lot of money.
Yeah,
I'm doing that right now.
What?
Put my life on the line. Where I live on this ridge line, everything seems so more drastic when it comes to weather. Like, it's weird.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's crazy, Mike.
Ooh, man.
So you said
they have Ken Griffey Jr.'s rookie card, Mike. I don't have it, but I've got his rookie card.
Oh, if you want to talk about cards, I had a box full of Michael Jordan cards, and I had some of his college cards. I had his rookie card.
Oh yeah, I've got some of those.
I don't want to say dopehead family member, but my dopehead family member traded them for a bag of dope.
Really?
Yeah. So
thank
you.
I was doing really, really good until the steroid scandal all came out with Mark McGwire and Sam Sosa.
Yeah,
because I had their rookie card. See, I even had the Mark McGwire Olympic card.
Wow!
When he was on the Olympic team, I still got them.
I mean,
but they're not worth now what they used to be worth.
I think if they got caught for steroid use, they should be worth more.
Yeah, I do. I've bought. Yeah, Mike, I've still got some. I still have some unopened boxes of football cards and cards, like they used to put in the convenience store where you could just buy packs out of them. I've got boxes that those packs came in that are unopened from the 90s.
That's crazy.
I just realized that Lynn's profile picture has a cryptid in it. It's a very elusive creature that I hardly ever see anymore.
Dude, the last I heard, he's still in the Congo.
Let's go ahead and run this bath.
That's a Where in the Folk reference. When we're doing Where in the Folk, we always talk about where Foreman is in the world doing his adventures.
Okay. Mouth inch park. Gasp.
Yeah, so
Dogs.
it's weird. Like you're walking, and then you just hear something, like hear that voice, and it'll either be a man's voice or a woman's voice.
So it's like a spirit box or something? Or?
Yeah.
That's weird. I just can't trust phone apps. I don't know why.
I did a lot of research on this one, and people recommended it. So I decided to give it a whirl because my EMF reader was with my wife, and my wife was gone.
Good job, Rackle.
That's a different cross.
That's good.
Yeah, anytime I see like weird symbols, I always try to 1844.
1844, 1923. Yeah, that's.
See that stone. Watch this. Watch this. The stone directly behind this is facing that grave.
That's weird, right?
I'm talking like 2 feet.
And then you got other headstones right behind that.
Wow. So are they like stacking, you think? What?
Who knows? I have no idea.
That's a nice one.
It's got writing on the back. You might be able to read it whenever I come back through.
I like that. That's pretty.
I haven't, Lynn, but you should tell me about that the next time we all get together. Another Freemason, or Morgana's not here to tell me what the female version of a Freemason is.
Eastern Star.
Eastern Star. Mm-hmm. So this is the kind of the kind of stones that I'm talking about. Like, this is just the first one. There's some very interesting stones we're about to get into that have been mortared together, and were definitely 1800s, but it's almost like they were locally made. I've never seen gravestones like this in my life.
Now, is that a vault up there?
A what?
A vault?
No, it's just a huge gravestone.
Wow.
I decided I wanted to walk back in this direction, though, because it started raining harder. I'm getting kind of frantic to get out of here.
Okay, I've seen that before. That style you just walked past.
You have seen it?
I've seen it. I'm trying to remember where I saw that. Oh, man.
A limb has fallen from the family tree. I keep hearing a voice that says, "Grieve not for me. Remember the best times, the laughter, the song, the good life I lived when I was strong. Continue my heritage. I'm counting on you. Keep smiling. Surely the sun will shine through. My mind is at ease. My soul is at rest. Remembering all how I truly was blessed. Continue traditions, no matter how small. Go on with your life. Don't I worry about falls? I miss you dearly, so keep up your chin until the days comes we are together again." That's really nice. I wonder if they wrote that themselves.
Yeah, I was looking for like a quote or something. But yeah, they must have wrote it, honestly.
It makes me think he may have written that before he passed.
Yeah.
Look at these marbles. Those are marbles.
That's really neat, kind of.
Those are marbles. And
that would explain a lot of the lights that they talk about. Light refraction off the marbles.
Yeah.
It doesn't explain that light.
But they closed the cemetery. They closed the cemetery at what time? 5:30? If this is a different one.
I know this. No, this isn't the same cemetery. This is just a small one out in the country.
Okay.
Look at these the jagged rocks on top. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Look at that's a lot of work went in.
I couldn't get a good read on the date on that one.
Oh. That's unique. I've never seen anything like that before.
No, I haven't seen that. No.
It's basically looks like somebody has came in and like
love that, Mike.
That's the only way to go, Mike. That's awesome, Landa, by the way.
It's awesome.
Yes.
But yeah, those were the only ones like that little pocket right there.
It looks like one of their family members had became a stonemason or something and decided to make it look like a fireplace.
Yeah.
How weird to put seashells and marbles in it, though.
Yeah, that's strange.
Right.
They did a good job with the arch on it.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bitty tree stump.
There's one more tree gravestone that we're going to come across. I can't believe like the quality of this video, because in real life, it was a lot darker than this and absolutely dumping rain.
Yep. Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's like torrential rain right now.
I just can't help but think maybe you're just a little soft sometimes. Like,
Another stacked grave.
yeah. That's the part
There's a stone. That stone had writing on it too, and dates. That little stump stone.
That's the part of this graveyard that doesn't make sense to me, like how they have people on top of each other. Like, they had plenty of room.
It's funny though.
You should leave it in your will, Mike, that somebody has to go out there once a week and grease it up too. So when people start trying
You can skip it just a little bit, Cecil.
Okay.
Because I'm like walking, trying to find a good spot. You can keep skipping it.
Every day I'm hustling.
These were newer. Yeah, I was out tonight, Lynn. Lynn was asking if this was tonight. That gravestone said, "I hope you dance."
Yeah.
And it's absolutely insane that you can't. I mean, you see a drop every now and again, but I mean, it's absolutely dumping. I was soaked after this.
I mean, you can tell that's wet.
Oh yeah.
And it was dark. Like, it was very dark, much darker than this video portrays.
Technology, man. Technology.
So we're getting closer to the road. Most of the graveyard's away from the road. There's some more weird ones.
They're stacked on top of each. Like, are they family?
No.
That is wild. You got 3 stones right there together.
Yeah. And I see a little metal thing in the ground here in a minute. And I wipe the stuff away from it. And I mean, Lynn says that it's a flower thing, but I'm almost like the only way all these stones could be this way is if they're niches.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Jesus. Thank you, sir.
It's a very scattered graveyard.
You see how the stones were out of line?
Yeah, I keep pulling my phone out because this thing keeps talking to me.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing more eerie than when you're looking at a stone and it says ground.
Well.
Yeah.
That's a good McBride song.
Peoples.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
It is kind of strange they have the old-fashioned hearse on their tombstone. Is that not what that was?
I think so.
Yeah.
There was at least 3 other cars in this graveyard. and they were just chilling. So I don't know what was going on, but I was vigilant during this trip today.
Where we're from, random cars sitting at random graveyards, they're usually drugging
Well, the one woman was playing with her dog.
in the rain.
And I think we're about to get yeah, Landa. Look at these stones. Like there's it's just that doesn't make any sense to me.
And with the dog, is that a woodman of the world?
This is what I was talking about a second ago.
Oh, those. Yeah, sometimes those are capsules.
Well, wait until I point it. This had very intricate designs on it. I don't know if you can see it in the video.
You should have twisted it.
Well, I don't want to do that if somebody's remains are in there.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't want to disrespect anybody.
And I think we're coming up on the last. So there's this one.
All right.
And I'm heading toward. Yeah, I think this is it. 1894, and it is another tree.
That's really cool, honestly. I like that.
So check this out. You know how real trees have that bark on them?
Yeah.
Yep.
That bark is real.
Really?
Yeah, that bark is completely real. Like the white bark that trees get, like the little spots.
Oh, the moss. The moss.
Yeah, like or it's some kind of moss or something. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it's technically called, but that's completely real. It's not like part of the design.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I really like that though. Like it's a neat one. It's really neat.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I'll pass. What in the world? Upside down triangle?
Yeah, I just took a shot of that. I was like, I thought that was strange.
What? I don't know what that represents.
I don't either.
But the rest of it's just me walking around. We could probably kill it.
Pink Floyd. I want to see if there's any more lights.
Okay.
Yeah. Lights.
I tried to keep these other vehicles and stuff out of the shots.
Look how fast you're going.
Stepping it up.
The only saving grace tonight was that I had waterproof shoes on.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if you was wearing a pair of Hey Dudes or something.
I would have left.
You can see the rain now.
Those are just the big drops that are coming off the umbrella.
Oh, that's neat.
Landa, I was here when it was getting dark the last time and we couldn't see the graves, which is why I went back in the day. We didn't see any lights before. I almost want to go back to that other video and look at that.
Yeah. I don't remember the timestamp. Let's do it though. I mean, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm just waiting until now. I'll try to find it before.
Waiting on the nader.
Seeing how big a boy he is.
Oh, what was that guy's name?
Ron D. Mercer. How big a boy are you?
Yeah, that was him. Roy D. Mercer.
I'm just going to try to key it up so you can talk about. I've got it running at 2.5 right now to get to what
it was in like the first quarter. Yeah. Yeah. If I hear the like the app go off, I'll ask like a question about what it says. And sometimes I get a response, sometimes I don't.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Say what?
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
True. Yeah. Which is the nature of talking to yourself out in a graveyard in the rain. But there it said a lot of names. I don't know if you heard that, but let me see. It said Jackie, Don, Mammy. I think those are the big ones. And I tried to look for the grades and stuff. Didn't see anything with those names on it, but
Okay.
I mean, who knows?
Keep track of 123. 140. And just keep talking. Somebody remember 123, 140.
123 and what?
140.
140.
Yeah. But
We're counting on you, Clarence.
yeah. Stop distracting me, bro.
It was like in that first march up. Let me see. Here, I'll type it to you, Mike. Hang on. And the cool thing about this app,
Okay.
it has the spirit box where it just says words, and it also has the traditional spirit box if you want to use like radio signals.
I found it. I'm making myself a note here.
Landy, you're gonna have to get out and get us some footage from Texas.
Okay.
Yep. Really dizzy and nauseous going to the cemetery.
This is only when her and her friend go together. Stephen, I couldn't find. I don't know if Cecil can. I couldn't find the video that you uploaded.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So right here at 123, you can clearly see back here.
That's just a clearing. It's just a clearing. There's no lots.
All right. So just hang on because you get a really good shot of it right here too. 140. So we'll wait a good 10 seconds here. Do. Right there's a really good shot of that area.
Yeah, it's clear.
You got fog. Just well, it looks like there may be a little bit of fog or a low fog or something in there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was raining.
Hold on. Go back to that frame that you were in, Cecil. I saw something else. I think I don't know for sure what it is. I saw. Okay, see right over here to the right. See the big headstone. Look to the left of it. A little bit over, up in the tree. Whoa, right there.
Well, that could be something too.
What is that?
That just might be foliage, though.
It could be. Some leaves or whatever.
But you've seen that you had it clearly right there. So, right here.
What is that? What is that, dude? What is that?
I don't know. Because a minute ago you were clear, pretty much same shot. Oh shoot!
And one of the things showed up on your phone was lights.
It did, yeah.
Bam,
dude. That's beyond the graveyard. Like we established last time, there's definitely like solar lots. But you see me walk over to this tree. That's beyond the tree.
Yeah.
And there's nothing there. Like that's just an empty field.
That's pretty wild.
And that's definitely a lot too, because you can see it.
Yeah.
That might be the first cool thing we've caught on camera. Like the first, other than maybe the shadow person, the first like unexplainable thing that we've caught on camera.
It's a weird light though. Like it does refract, but then it kind of goes dim, but it's still like illuminated.
And I'm telling you guys, it is a literal cornfield. There's nothing there. Like that's a clearing made for like power lines and stuff.
Yeah, I think that is just foliage there on that side shot. So
wow.
So we've got some kind of mystery light now.
We've
It
got
seems-
something. Take a snip of that or something, Cecil.
123. Let's take it back a little bit more. Because it's in the same general area, too. Like, you can see it right over here. Right
Yeah,
here.
there's no lights right now.
Like,
Like, that's clear as day. There's nothing there. Like,
No.
and then it comes, even when you get closer. Even when you get closer right there, there's nothing there. Like, right here is where
yeah.
it's be. But you come out.
Walking through the cornfield.
Huh. But you come right here, and there it is.
crazy. Yeah, dude, that's nuts. Because then I get closer and it's gone. Like, when I get closer, it's gone.
Oh man.
Like, if anything, you should be able to see it more clear when I get to that edge of the field.
Yes. Yeah. Because if that was a porch light, they wouldn't turn the porch light off with it being an evening time, or you would think anyway. I mean, but there's no houses back here, you said. So
Yeah, there's nothing. That's crazy.
yeah.
There's also there's no residual light around that either, like a porch light would have. So maybe we caught the mysterious lights.
Hey.
Was not expecting that. That wasn't on my bingo card for tonight.
Yeah. Well, I'll be damned.
And on that note, thanks everybody for joining episode 5 of Folking Wyrd. And we definitely want you guys to go out there and get some footage. I know it's getting cold. We're going to try to carry the weight on our shoulders through the winter.
Yeah.
But when it gets warmer, we definitely want you to get out and get some footage. And we appreciate you watching.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
You guys got anything to end on?
Stay weird, motherfuckers.
All right. Stay weird, y'all.
You have a great weekend.